What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're doing another quick unboxing here. Just got this package in the mail. I'm not exactly sure what's going on in this package. We're about to find out together, but you probably already know based on the title and thumbnail. Of course, you're going to get to see my reactions, first impressions, raw reaction here as I unbox this thing. Of course, these knives, every product that you see in this video will be linked down below. So if you're interested on checking prices, availability, variants, and all that good stuff, right, check those links in the description and pinned comments. Those do help out the channel at zero extra cost to you, right? And doing the honors today, I got the recently unboxed here in the channel, Fintiso Parrot, right? And this one's been a pretty good carry right here, really having a blast, very affordable, by the way. So check out the unboxing on this one if you haven't already, and this one will also be linked down below. Button lock 14C 28N, very elegant, right, design, ambidextrous friendly, right, with a reversible pocket clip. The whole works, right? I'm gonna go ahead and do that utilitarian tip, put some work here, right, opening up this package. It may or may not be from KeyUnity. There we go. I had a feeling that's what it was. Some KeyUnity gear to share with you guys. We recently got a chance to look at their titanium carabiner, right? And now we have two other products to take a look at. It looks like we have the, we have no specifications on which one's which. So I guess we'll find out what they are, right? Let's see. Heeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a KeyUnity gear by the toe. Let's just go with this guy. All right, this one first. If you guys are ready, I'm ready. Got a plastic box. Got to put in the password on these just to get them to open. Come on, sir. Do you want to, there we go, comply? All right, take a look at this tiny little guy. This is going to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. We got a titanium, right, little clip. We got also like a wire little loop there. That's going to be interesting. KeyUnity, right? Check them out on Instagram. I'll tell you what they have. They have everything from loops. Oops, upside down. Everything from loops to knives, to pry bars, to flashlights, right? Regular size flashlights, tiny flashlights, leather slips. I mean, they have the works. Keychain whistles, right? Razor blades. That's only scratching the surface from there. So definitely check them out. I will link to their Amazon store down below as well. But today we're going to be taking a look at this guy here. Let's see what this one is all about. All right. So we got that wire loop there. So it's more like a keychain, right? But what's going on? There's a nice sealed little plastic packaging going on here, which feels nice. It's airtight. So let's take this thing out for the first time. And yeah, this thing is definitely on the smaller side. It is titanium. Yep, got that TI and the KeyUnity branding on this side. And man, oh man, is this a knife? Is this a blade I see here, you guys? It sure is. It sure is a little keychain blade. How about that? Bam, it even kind of snaps in place too. Got a little click. Obviously, it's not a locking knife, right? But it's a chisel grind, right? So it's only sharp on the one side, not sharp on the other. Not entirely sure what steel this one is. I'll check their website to see if they have any details, and I'll put it on the screen there. Future me, take note. So it does kind of fold away. Nice click in place, kind of gives me like slip joint vibes. Right, clips in place on the open, clicks on the way back. It's definitely on a washer, right? That's why you can basically stop it at any point. And we'll do a quick cutting test with this guy here in just a moment. But yeah, very interesting, right? Looking for a sharp tool on the go. And it's one of those days that, hey, you know what? I left my knife at home. We all been there. Obviously, we know we carry knives, especially if you've been following this channel for any amount of time. We EDC cutting tools on a daily basis. There's often those days, and trust me, it happens to me sometimes, even though I'm ashamed to admit it. I forget my knife at home because I just left the home or left the house in a rush. And then, you know, I need to cut some package. I mean, this thing is, you know, ready to do some cutting right here. We'll do a cutting test here in just a moment with this tiny little guy. But it's looking pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and close it here. All right, let's check out the whole situation here with the wire loop. That looks pretty nice. All right, how do I, oh, there we go. It's like that. Okay. So that's how you open it up. It's nice and threaded. Nice, just like that. You got this opening here. That's what it's meant for. And then I'm going to go ahead and close it. Just like that. Screw it back in place. And bam, right? Pretty neat, right? Small factor. You still got a nice little clip here for other, you know, whatever else you want to clip on there. You know, looking pretty good. Very nice, high quality, branded Nice little blade there on the go. And even when you had to open it, right, that loop isn't going to get on the way. You could use it with the loop or without the loop. It is absolutely up to you. Let's see what this other guy is all about. Let's check out this other one. Well, we'll do a 2-for-1 unboxing and take a look, right? Oh man, is this another knife right here? Oh man, this is, okay, it gets better, ladies and gentlemen. It only gets better from here. Of course, you know, all these stuff that I just showed you in the box, right? But yeah, nice, sealed, airtight. Right, you can open it by hand, but as a matter of fact, let's have this guy do the honors here, shall we? This guy can do the honors with this other guy. Oh yes, it cut through that like nobody's business. Okay, so titanium on the scales here, absolutely no pull. It looks like a nice little liner lock, right? Looking pretty good. Pocket clip, deep carry pocket clip to be exact. Somebody said, you know, 5th pocket carry or 5th pocket carry knife right here. I think so. And this is crazy. Pay attention here to the details. So this is KK10. I think that might be the model actually. So it doesn't tell me the steel. If I find details, I'll put that on the screen there. KeyUnity, right? Very nice and branded here, very small. Sandwich construction with one standoff here and the pivot. That's basically your screws. And they managed to give you T8. Man, did they really give you T8 on this tiny of a knife? If they did, they take the dub. If they did, they take the dub. Actually, no. So close, but it's okay. It's okay. I mean, look how tiny this thing is. So it's a combination of T8 and T6, right? But that is a deep carry pocket clip that is inset, right? It is inserted there, right? So it should go in and out of the pocket pretty good. It's the pocket clip, or the pocket clip is steel. So that's something. I thought it was titanium as well for a second. Obviously, the scales are... Oh, I see what's going on. So the one side, the side that says tie is titanium, but the other side, I think it's maybe titanium as well, except we have the actual liner, right, which is pulling. That's why I'm getting a pull there. But okay, without further ado, it looks like we have the world's smallest flipper tab situation going on here. So if you guys are ready, I'm ready. Okay, that was epic. Okay, woo. Oh man. What about this blade, you guys? Take a look at this thing. M390 on this tiny little cleaver-looking blade. I think so, right? Looks like butcher's knife cleaver going on here. Reverse tanto, if you would, right? Goes up, drops down. That's absolutely a cleaver there with a nice flat grind, tumble finish to it. That's looking really rad right now. And it locks. Definitely locks, right? Let me see access to the liner. There we go. I'll tell you what, my wife is going to want to snatch this one away from me the moment she sees it. She's into like very small EDCs. She loves small knives, and this thing might just take the cake. But man, they managed for that flipper to work so good, right? So elegant, right? It is definitely smack in the middle there. Looking pretty good. Great alignment. And that flipper just works, man. You can, I'm light switching it, right? Kind of feels like that's the way to go. Light switching it. That's good. Can I push button it? Let's see. That push buttoning it also works. So man, that is interesting. Of course, it's a little bit of a fidget here, of course, with the size and all. As far as closing it, it is a little bit of a shake shutter. So you do have a little cutout here on the show side for additional access to that liner. The liner has some jimping to it as well. And I want to say, yeah, nice little D10 and all right there. Obviously, a D10 is not too aggressive, so it's a little bit easier for you to, you know, deploy it. But man, let's take a look there side by side at these two. All right, I'll put the models there on the screen. I mean, for the remainder of the video, I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like with the actual loop. All right, but I'll go ahead and take it out just so I can lay it on the table and it actually, you know, doesn't look sideways or what have you. So there we go. All right, take a look there. About the same size, very similar size. Once, I need to zoom in a bit, like 2x. Do we need a 5x? No, 2x is good. And I'll zoom in a little bit more in post-production. But look at this thing. All right, these are tiny little guys, right, to say the least. Next to some of the other EDCs that I own, and this is going to be very interesting here, the Kansept Little Street, right, Little Main Street. Right, it's going to look like a Titanic next to these guys. The Corgi Pup from Vosteed. are gonna look pretty huge next to these guys. All right, take a look there. I mean, this is definitely a much smaller size carry. So definitely, you know, scratches that whole keychain knife, right? So it can be a fifth pocket, but you probably want to put it on your keychain, right? Using that lanyard hole, actually carry it in your keychain. I'm surprised I put M390 on this thing. I mean, that's pretty cool. All right, let's check out a few other knives here. Especially, I mean, I'm just not even going to bother showing you much, you know, bigger knives because, I mean, it's going to be hilarious. Here's the mini Kizer Mini Militaw. That's looking about twice the size. Here's the Vosteed Mini Labrador. Those are going to be much bigger for sure. And last but not least, why not? Just for giggles, the Civivi Vision FG, the actual regular size Militaw right here. And the CJRB Hectare Alt and the Raccoon, right? So, I mean, it's basically like twice the size of these tiny guys. But, you know, I get what they're going for, right? They're not meant to replace a regular full size or regular medium large size EDC. They're more of that keychain aesthetics, right? An elegant keychain knife, if you would, with titanium, premium materials. Again, the blade on this one is M390. I'm not sure on this little guy here. Let's do our scientific cutting test. All right, let's take a look here. I got unit 3 of a textbook paper here. It's a little bit on the thicker side. But let's see how starting with this guy, which I think is probably gonna have the better cutting geometry here. There's a flat grind on both sides. This guy is more of a chisel grind. So let's start with this guy first. Cleaver geometry. Okay, we're getting swirls here, you guys. Check out these swirls. All right, that is definitely something. And I want to say, what is this, an inch? As far as the blade length goes, well, actually, 1.5 inches. There you go. Actually, yeah, 1.5 inches of cutting length. So if you got a very strict law wherever you live, right, gotta check these guys out. But man, this one is cutting really nice, right? Very slicey, obviously with that flat grind cleaver blade. Yeah, it's gonna cut really good. What about there we go. What about this other guy? Okay, all right, okay, it's actually putting in some work with that. This one is more of a straight back, right? Straight back chisel grind. And yes, in case you had any concerns if it's gonna cut or not, I'm gonna tell you, it cuts. It definitely cuts. Can even do a little bit of a, you know, some curves on there and everything. So yeah, they can cut paper. They can certainly cut paper. Now, if we step up the challenge a little bit to some cardboard, how do they perform with cardboard? I got a single wall piece of cardboard right here, right? Most knives do just fine. Remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but rather at an angle. I'm going to show you what it looks like with just a regular, you know, size EDC knife, right? Should look something like that. So let's see how these guys perform. I'll start with the cleaver flat grind. Okay, listen, I might have underestimated these things. Holy smokes. Yeah, it's probably not going to be the knife you're going to choose to cut cardboard for, like, you know, 30 to 40 minutes at a time. But in a pinch, this could destroy a cardboard before you even know it, right? So that cuts really good. We just lost a light there. BRB. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like after 3 unboxings, my LED lights were like, all right, bro, peace, and left the chat. So I just need to make sure they're plugged in, and we are back in action. So yeah, as I was saying, this thing is doing pretty good for, again, this 1.5 inch flat grind cleaver blade, right? M390, I mean, come on, M390 is a really good steel. So it definitely performs even at this smaller size. So that's pretty nice. What about this guy here with the straight back chisel ground? Let's try like this. There we go. It cuts. Yeah, absolutely cuts. I just got to make sure I don't taper off the cut because I have a lot less cutting length here. So as you can see, I tapered off there towards the end. If we had 1.5 inches on the other one, we have maybe 1 inch here. Yes, that is exactly 1 inch right on this guy. So 1 inch of blade going through some cardboard. Trying my best to make sure I don't taper off. And there's the cut. So again, my point is, you're probably not going to use this as your cardboard destroyer knife, but if you had to in a pinch, I mean, come on, man. If it can do that to cardboard for this tiny but mighty blade, then, I mean, come on. On a keychain, on the go. Just don't take it through TSA, right? Because you wouldn't want to buy something like this and just give it away at the airport. But other than that, I mean, yeah, it's nice to have a nice little blade on the go, right? As a backup on your keychain, right? That looks as elegant as these do. I think so. I absolutely think so. Sign me up. So you guys rate it in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10. How sharp are these guys, right? Factory edge, out of the box, sharpness, right? You guys let me know in the comments. All right, well, there you have it, guys. Two very interesting keychain knives from KeyUnity. I mean, at the end of the day, that is what they do best. They have a lot of key-related gear, right? Whether it be a carabiner, whether it be, you know, a lanyard, whether it be, you know, as you saw, their catalog is pretty extensive. And as you know, this channel, we mainly cover knives as well as other EDC gear. So when I saw they had, you know, some key-related accessories with blades, I was like, I definitely want to check them out. So again, shout out to KeyUnity for sending these. Guys, check them out. These are going to be linked down below. I think this one takes the cake for me. If I had to pick one out of the two, I like this one a lot more. M390, it actually flips really good. It is a liner lock. I mean, and this thing is very mighty. Not to mention the fact that you have a very utilitarian, you know, tip right there. So for draw cuts, utility cuts, look how easy it is to get to the tip on this thing, right? We're nice and lock and loaded and ready to go. Opening up any Amazon boxes or what have you. This is a great Amazon box opener right here and very lightweight. So very, very nice, very well built too, because they are also very elegant, right? Beautiful fit and finish, right? The titanium is nice and contour all around. Even gave you a lanyard there so you could carry it on your keys as well. Maybe even use the little loop mechanism here on this guy, maybe put both of them together. What I'm gonna do is I have a set of keys for my truck, I have a set of keys for my wife's car, and I'll probably put one on each, right, on my keys, just so I can always have a blade there as a backup. So yeah, these things are pretty interesting for what they are, right? Obviously it's a kind of a departure, something a little bit different than your day-to-day EDC knife that you see on this channel, something more along the lines of, you know, getting that perfect key setup, right? Kind of adding a little bit of spice to it, if you would, giving it that extra touch of classiness and quality or what have you. So yeah, definitely check these guys out. They're linked down below. Those help out the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. Shout out to KeyUnity for sending these out. I'll put a video to the carabiner over here on the left so you guys can check that one out. If you made it to this point, guys, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. I realize I'm so zoomed in, you can barely see, you can't even see my hands at all. Smash that like button, really appreciate the support. Gets this video pushed to a larger audience. Also, if you like and enjoy seeing EDC knives like these on a daily basis, definitely make sure to subscribe. I promise you, it'll be worth coming back for more. As a matter of fact, I want to put these here side by side. Just for giggles, I'll bring out some of the bigger EDC knives that I own, and I just leave you with that, right? So obviously they're going for something very, very specific. So I gotta give them a shout out for what they do. Very interesting, right? Kind of making some quality tools on that small form factor. Check out KeyUnity if you haven't already, guys. Check out the videos on your screen. If you like car and EDC content, check out my car channel right here. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Take care, and I'll catch you on the next video, either this one or this one. Peace.